Okay, so the theme for today is going to be um, cleanup mostly. I do want to do the text input, but that will be probably after I do some of this other cleanup. So first of all, I think the first thing I'm going to start with is this triangle drawing code that's just duplicated everywhere. So I'm going to add a little bit of an enum somewhere here. Uh, and then we're gonna do this. We're gonna have a little bit of a call here that is gonna be probably after. Let's put it here. Draw cardinal triangle. And it is going to need I feel like it doesn't actually need that much stuff. So we just want like a color, like a raylib color, I guess. And or at least for now, a raylib color. And it needs a scale, and then it needs the width and height, and the middle point. So it needs to know v2 mid. It needs an enum cardinal direction. Let's call it direction. Midpoint. Float 32. Let's do this. Let's do v2 size. We'll just make the size like the full width, not the half width weird thing I was doing before, or whatever the heck that's called. And then it's going to take a color. And then go to one of these other ones where I left, well, didn't really leave that many comments here. So, oh, it needs a scale as well, scale parameter. Yeah, let's leave all this code, and we're just going to take this code. It's going to take a float 32 scale. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say this midpoint did I copy that from? This midpoint needs to, okay, so I didn't actually move anything, so that's fine. draw a cardinal triangle. And we're going to make the point in the direction. So this one, where are we here? This is these ones. So here we're going to do try mid is going to equal that. So we're going to do try mid. This should be moved. Maybe it's a to-do, I don't know. Something like that. Definitely it should be. So I don't know how this is being used. I'll fix this after. Oops. A scale. Directions. This is going to be pointing towards the east. And a color. This is going to be pointing towards the west. That. Something like that is looking good. Let's go back to draw a cardinal triangle. So we don't need those points. We need to say that first of all, we're going to need to switch on the direction. Okay, and then we're gonna say midpoint.x minus size.x times the scale, I guess. Now, ideally, this would work in all cases down here, but I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to make that happen, so that's okay. just try getting this to work as is for now. I call that you. Try mid. So we got the one that's pointing towards the west, but not the one pointing towards the east. So that's kind of what I was expecting. I don't know if it's possible to shuffle around the points so that it would always work, but we will try. Yeah, and the scaling still works, so that's good. It's just this other one. So if I make this one 2 and this one 1, okay, it actually works. So keep that like that for now, and we'll see if this is gonna pan out. So I only need the one draw triangle at the end. Do it this way, actually. Those ones work. Next, we're gonna move on to here. So theoretically, this for the north is gonna be pointing north, so y is gonna be down always, and then this then for pointing south, we're gonna do y is plus. Well, that, and then we'll find the other tri-mid, or t-mid, or whatever these other weird points are. So here we have the same thing, so we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do v2 try size. It's gonna be I wonder if I got that other thing flipped. I don't think so. Try size is going to be dot x equals 6 dot y equals 8. I don't know what I did there. Yeah, like it needs to swap for some of these, but other one. We will see. We will see how this goes. So draw cardinal triangle. I think this is the one that points south. The scale is the scale south and foreground. And this one should be pointing north. Okay, so pointing north is fine. We just need to swap these, I believe. That's the south one. Wait, what? Pointing north, the midpoint should be above the... Not sure why this is upside down, to be honest. But we did get this to work, so... Cool. Those are those triangles. Maybe scale, so this triangle is like something weird, but possibly I can do that one too. If I make like scale take a v2 as well. Let's do that. Do this, and we'll do v2 try scale equals I'm gonna think about this. Maybe these can be squares. It's probably fine, to be honest. Let's leave that for now. I mean, like, that doesn't look that bad, to be honest. I kind of prefer the slightly smaller. Let's make this tri-size be like base, and height, not x and y. So base and then height. And then we can just use the same value for both of them. Yeah, it might swap the things around, but I'll fix them in a second if that's the case. Oops. Draw a cardinal triangle. If we're facing north, the base, this is correct, but if we're facing east, these should all get swapped. If we're facing south, it's still correct, and then yeah, these don't break, but then these ones might. Yeah, they're like stubby now. There we go. So this one is the color stack. We're gonna, I think we can do that one as well. This tri-size can definitely be moved to the theme, I would think. Let's actually leave the to-do. Do like a theme. Or like make it a constant or something along those lines. Actually, let's make it like a constant, I think, but I'll do that after. Okay, so color stack. Stack item. Just the stack is what I want here. So here's this weird triangle thing that's going on here with separate base and height scaling. Should be able to fix this. So draw a cardinal triangle. North, foreground. So we have got this is like a little problem because it moves the height. I guess that doesn't matter. This could still be moved then. Maybe this one should just be a scaled up. Not sure yet. This size is gonna be same thing, but in height. There. Type. Okay. And the scale in X is slightly different than the scale in Y. So the scale in Okay, so the scale here on X is going to be equal to 0.75 times Y shift. And in Y, it's just equal to 1. From what I can read here. Um, circle V. Sorry. So, yeah, so this midpoint is correct. Just made a mistake with this, where the wait, this whole thing seems like it's upside down from what this one was. What we had here before was that we were increasing y. I think this just confirms what I was thinking though about north and south being wrong. Close this and get rid of this inversion. Let's do this just so I can see without it complaining to me about stupid nonsense I don't care about. Okay, so right, so this is not the same thing though. So this is not multiplying by a scale factor. It's this y shift. This was more of like a fudge factor. Just try getting this working without the y shift part just yet. Let's just try this. I think the size is just completely wrong. Well, with this scaling, that's right. So let's just bring this down to 0.1 for now. Um, Wait, this is just weird. And then this size is like not quite what I was thinking it should be. This size is a little weird, to be honest. Um, let's make it. We just mark this, and we're gonna go to draw cardinal triangle. Draw circle V. I'm gonna actually just make this in. I'm gonna leave this in here, I think, as debug code. They're all just like collapsing towards the same point there for some reason, which is weird. Just means like the size is completely wrong. Oh, so Y shift starts out at 0. That would be a problem. Wait, what? Okay. Don't know what's going on with some of this code here. It's a little weird. Um, yeah, so this is actually the problem. This can't be 0. So we're gonna start off by doing this would imply that this is backwards. Yeah, so it is backwards, which I was kind of expecting. North and south need to be flipped, and then those, wherever I was using it, needs to just be flipped as well. because like some of this stuff is upside down and some of this stuff is not. Do this for now, just like make sure they're still visible. And then we're gonna do this one. So this should be south. It should be north. Okay, and then this. Then we're gonna get rid of this, and we're gonna say that the scale in X basically this Y shift should be something else. We don't want either of these going to 0 though, so let's try this to start with. Call it that for now. We're gonna call the delta do this. We can go to this, get rid of this. And then this shift should be plus minus and then these sizes are wrong. And the scale in X should be slightly greater than that. That's closer to what it was before. This width is like a little bit too narrow, I would say. Okay, so that's more like what we had before. So we got there in the end, despite this being very weird and cryptic, kind of. Not really, but a little bit. So we will. This is a special one, but those other ones, let's do this. Um, Possibly I'm going to use this. I might rename that. But so this is going to go here. And we're going to do another thing here. It's going to be pound define try slider try size e2 that. That's broken. Okay, anyways, I'll fix it in a second. And then we're gonna do slider try size. Slider try size. Get rid of this. Oops, that was dumb. No semicolon. Like that. Slider try size. Slider try size. Okay, so that's looking good. Um, okay, so let's take the win, I think, for that part. I think we'll leave this stuff here as debug code. Let's actually make that slider roundness. Okay, so stack roundness. Do this. Sure. Nope. That would be, this is a slider. Well, that one's kind of different, but that's okay. This is a slider. This is not a slider, I'll leave that. This is probably... Oh, right, the slider wasn't using those constants, it's just hard-coded. So do slider. Let's just do this separately. Okay, so I kind of like that actually. The roundness for these is like kind of too much, so like 0.3 is like more appropriate for this. Wait, so that's actually kind of nice. Kind of am liking the 0.3 instead. Okay, and then this other one. Let's actually keep this as stack roundness. And then this other one, which was, what is this? The selector. Yeah, it's looking pretty good to me. Cool, so take the win there. Shader, I'm gonna ignore for now because I'm gonna add, no, I may or may not add some stuff to that. We're gonna take the win here. We're gonna say compress triangle drawing code. Somehow we ended up with the same number of lines, but Interesting, say the least. But anyways, okay, there's like debug lines as well, so it's like slightly less code. I also added stuff in util, so it's not it's like slightly less, I guess. I think it's okay though because this is much less bug prone than the previous dealio that was going on there. Okay, so that is clean up triangle drawing code. So this switch, let's do this first actually. So border widths, so that's all these like draw rectangle rounded thingy majig. Okay, so I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a float or a int. We'll see in a second, I guess. Yeah, we'll try this first. We'll start with this. So we'll clean up the slider first. Rectangle rounded lines. So this is gonna be here. Do something like that, I think. And then is there... Should be okay. What is this 0? This isn't even in actual Raylib yet, so it's like the number of segments. Yeah, it doesn't matter. A line thick should be a float, so that's good. Is this even useful? Like, I don't know. One thing I can do is do slider border width. We're gonna make slider border color. color um 0.8 of 255. $204, which is CC. I'm gonna do it this way. So that would be this one. Slider roundness. Like I already am having a dumb width. Okay, so slider border color. Okay, so that's good. That's those border widths. And then oops, no, I deleted that. Roundness. Okay, so stack border, stack roundness. Stack border width. This still needs to be faded because this is for the this is for like this when it's scrolling. So I need that. And then again, stack round. Okay. What is this? Color selector. Let's make this separate actually as well. And this. Selector border color. Same with this. Roundness. Selector roundness. Selector border color. Be good if I could spell. Okay, so oops, one of these was supposed to be bordered with okay, so that looks better. This should be the same thing again. So that was the do picker. So that rectangle is which one here? It should be down here. This is draw rectangle rect. This is this shader value. So this should be still slider border color and slider border width. I think that is all of those. Probably there's still more that should be using that, but for now this is like a good start. Oops. Okay, so I'm gonna do this and we're gonna I think I'm gonna line that all up because it is kind of ugly. Okay, so you got this going. Make sure this still looks good. Yeah, I don't see any issues with that. It looks fine to me. Just check. Oops. Rounded lines. Seems to me like I've hit all of them. So there's probably still some places where there's like random. I do know of one. This is hello tofu, the lofu. This is slider border width. This is the same 2 times slider border width. Yes, I am coding. That is what this window is. Um, so don't know of any other hard-coded nonsense right now. I mean this, but this is a little different. So this I might want to uh I don't know. How do I know that I'm coding right now? It's a good question. I don't actually know. Okay, so let's commit this stuff. Um, move this is an Emacs, but let's do it this way. This is this. It's not Vim either. Neither Vim or yeah, neither Vim nor Emacs. Anyways, uh, remove hard-coded border widths. Clean up hard-coded border widths. Okay. I don't know what Helix is. I've like heard of it before, but no, it's like this. Like I can link. Here, I will give you a link. Okay, so notes. What did we do here? So we got rid of that. Now this one. This one, there's like a lot of just really annoying duplicate code everywhere. So let us go to here. Set color store. Let's do it this way. Store formatted color. Um, color modes. A non-color mode. Format. Okay, so in here we are going to switch on the context to mode. I need to take a lesson out of Casey Muratori's book and make invalid case or something. Or anyways, so do this again. We're going to switch on the format. Store formatted color. But what about like the color stack? So the color stack is primarily I code in C on stream. Like definitely it's all been C lately, but I do know like a bunch of other languages. Like I use Lua sometimes. Um, I know Go. I don't really use Go. I know a ton of different random shell languages. Um, I really no, like I know Haskell, but I don't like using Haskell because like I'm not an expert at Haskell, but like from the amount I've used it, I've just realized it's like not an efficient way of coding. It's like too hard to debug anything. So I don't really like to waste my time with Haskell. It's like you can come up with like cool solutions to problems in Haskell, but it takes like 10 times the amount of time it would take to write the same thing in C. But beyond like trivial things. Yeah, exactly. It's like if you have like some really simple problem, you can probably solve it in Haskell really fast. But as soon as it becomes anything slightly complicated, it's just like a giant mess. Um, so let me see here. I'm not sure. Maybe I should pass in a pointer to the output color, or I should return a color. I'm not sure. We're gonna start with this, but HSV. So we're in. Yeah. So we're in RGB. So HSV to RGB color break, and then break. So I do F sharp for work and closure for hobby right now. I don't know F sharp at all. I also don't really know Lisp, though I did use Emacs for a little bit at one point. Um, and I do have a copy of this, even though I haven't like properly read it ever. Yeah, I've never properly read it, so I can't comment on what's in there, but like I've read like bits and pieces out of it, I should say. Okay, so this one, the same thing again. Just copy this. This is gonna be RGB to HSV color. And this is just gonna be color. Okay. So that should be that. Um, Okay, so here, this is switching modes. So have you tried Zig? I have not tried Zig. I think if I was gonna try a new like C-like language right now, it would probably be Odin. But I'm kind of waiting for like I don't know if you've heard of like Jai, like Jonathan Blow, Jai language. I don't know. It's not really released any for real, so that's the other one I'm like kind of interested in trying. Have you like looked at his? Have you heard of the language though? So like the language doesn't necessarily have anything to. Well, I mean, I guess it's like it's in a style that he would like. So I see. Yeah, I feel like if you don't like him, you probably haven't watched his videos where he's talking about it. In which case, you wouldn't really see that since it's not released yet publicly. Um, to me, it feels like it's gonna solve like a lot of the issues I have with like C without like becoming crazy land like C++. Okay, so here we're switching the mode. So if we press the mode, we're gonna increase the mode. This is like a bit annoying. So we need to do this first. So we're gonna we need to store formatted color context to color, and then the format is the current color. The format is the last mode. Then we're gonna do this. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna say if this equals CM last, we're gonna set this to RGB. So I guess like my further comment on like the languages is like I mostly prefer really simple languages. Um, like the one thing I like about C is like you can solve any problem you have fairly easily in C, and it doesn't really get in your way of doing so. I guess I can just do this again. Okay, so we're gonna do this. This should not be needed anymore. And then this should be the same dealio. we're gonna set that in the storing the mode dealio. So if the mode is now HSV and we've just stored a new color, we should do this. What was this? This was in the status bar. This thing, I believe, is the status. Oh no. No, this is the. Right, this is in here. This is this. So that clearly is not working. Interesting. So I clearly did something wrong here. Um, I will just try doing this first. It shouldn't be switching colors, that's one problem, but yeah, and right-clicking on that shouldn't crash. Blah, blah, blah. I might need to rebuild this, but anyways. I may just be an addiction to abstractions. Okay, let's do this. Wait, this isn't crashing. Okay. There's a crash, but how did I manage to get to that point? So, yeah, what's the color mode? It's just a completely random, yeah. X. X. I will be. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you stop by again if you're interested. Otherwise, nice meeting you. Okay, so that's like completely nonsense mode. It's just from like doing minus here, so I'm gonna maybe just make this into a separate function called step mode direction. Because I thought that the C compiler like inserted code to wrap around when you did this, but that is possibly not the case. step color mode, because I don't want to have to go back and like edit a bunch of places as well later on. So this is probably a better thing to do anyways. Okay, so first of all, this shouldn't have even compiled because this is not. Yeah, this is not what. I don't even know why that should have complained to me, but it didn't. So um, do it this way. Just put a clamp at the end. Clamp. Last. Just leave this like this. Okay, so store formatted color. Step color mode. Context 1. This context -1. Okay, so let's try this out. Between those two, it works. I'm gonna take a little break here, I think, and make some coffee, use the washroom. But so let's do this. I'm gonna make a command for that. Break 5-minute break. Alrighty, I will be right back. Okay, so let's continue. So first of all, step color mode should just do the store formatted color thing because that's all we wanted to do here is step the color mode. So we're gonna move that into that function. Don't do extra work when you could not do extra work, basically. Not extra work, don't write extra code when you could not write the extra code. So let's do this. Let's move this around. Let's go up. Just drop a mark here. I don't care about those. Well, last. We're gonna put these in here just so that it. Wait, no, this doesn't work. We're gonna do that. And we're gonna go to the other part where there's like an HSV string. There's like a string somewhere. It's like M text. I feel like I should have been hitting this assert here though. I don't know how I wasn't. Step color mode. Let's go into here. Okay, those are gonna do that. So let's leave this as an assert. We'll just do this. Well, no, it's like gonna be broken anyways, so I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't even know why it's not crashing to begin with, so okay, this is what we want to be going on here. So it's not, but this direction works. Actually, backwards always works. It's just going forwards. Let's close this, launch this here. So let's put a breakpoint in that function. So let's see what we got. So we come in here, we have got ink is 1. Right. Yeah, duh, this of course isn't gonna work. Ink, so now the mode is last. We just say, okay, it's last. Now the mode is 3, which is invalid. It's supposed to wrap around to the other one, which is 1. Zero. So this works when you're going negative direction. It doesn't work in positive direction, which makes sense. So instead of doing that, we're gonna do should just be like I don't see a reason to step more than one mode at a time, but let's just for now we're gonna assert. So I'm gonna do this. We're just gonna assume that for now. The color mode equals 0. So they're not like powers of 2, so I can't do like a fancy wrapping. We'll just do this. Okay, so that should fix the bug. Left click works, right click works. Cool, so that is what we want to do for this. So now we can probably delete a bunch of random other code that was calling all of this mess. Most likely. I don't know. So that's fine. This is what is going on here? This might need a little bit of a rework. Not the bug we're fixing right now. This one is gonna call this store color directly. Store formatted color. Context. New color. New color. RGB. Probably just is gonna be this. That's like super long and mess. Let's get this out of here so I can see what's going on here. I don't know if that solves any. Let's not do that. But we will do this while I'm here touching this. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do new color. Dot rayvec. Okay, so that one's good. This one we're doing. We're trying to get a hex color. Get formatted color. Color mode. Do color stack item. Here we're gonna do SV store wait. What is this? This is the stack. This is get formatted color as well. This is get formatted color in RGB specifically. This is gonna be get formatted color in HSV. No, in RGB. As well. Yeah, this is in RGB. This is store formatted color context to previous color. CM RGB. So that's getting stored in RGB. This is get formatted color HSV. RGB again, sorry. This one is get formatted color in HSV. Okay, and then this one, do color picker mode. Get formatted color HSV. Store formatted color HSV. Get formatted color HSV. I'm gonna leave that for now, but I think I can probably just delete this and just always do it. Okay. Then we're back to there. Make sure we didn't miss anything. So yeah, we definitely shouldn't have missed anything. Do slider. I'm considering just doing this every time and not worrying about it, but because like I think I should just do that every time, to be honest. Changed my mind. I'm just gonna do this. So yeah, we're just gonna do this. Okay, so this should still, everything here should still just be working fine and dandy. Everything there is looking good to me. Um, I should already have cleaned up a lot of code. I mean, I guess that's like already big thing. So let's do the yeah. That is the okay, so let's do this now. Let's do get formatted color. So yeah, this is looking good so far. I can get rid of that. I don't know why I did that. So yeah, we're gonna do this. Store formatted color. I'm gonna copy this. We're gonna make a new one called get formatted color. It's gonna return a v4 and it's gonna take the mode that it wants. Okay, so we're in RGB and then we're gonna switch. So if we want the mode, I think I'm gonna just switch this to returning directly. Wait, so sorry. Sorry, my brain. So we are in RGB. If we want RGB, we return RGB directly. If we yeah, sorry, this is the storing mode. So yeah, if we are wanting HSV, we have to convert to HSV first. Okay, so that's fine. We're in HSV and we want HSV, we can just return. If we are in HSV and we want RGB, we have to return HSV to RGB. That's looking good to me. We never need to do that. Okay, so that's looking good. Unused, yeah. Get formatted color. HC should be equal to color from normalized, get formatted color context EM RGB. Get formatted color context CM RGB. Color equals color from normalized. Get color in RGB. Okay. Where else did I have get formatted colors here? So same thing, we're gonna have context to previous color equals get formatted color context RGB. This is like so much better than what was here before, to be honest. Okay, so that is good. Get formatted color like that code before was just like writing this stupid switch statement all over the place is just a giant mess. Like, just why? We need this in HSV. Wait, do I just need the X again? Probably. Let's leave it on a separate line for now. Cool. So that's looking a lot better. Cool. So in that case, we are going to take the win. That is going to actually probably, well, didn't speak before I know, but this in this case it should actually reduce the amount of code in this thing. Okay, so that's actually good. It's only 22 lines, but it's 22 lines of like math that we've now simplified down so that it's not so difficult to go ahead and add new formats and stuff. You know, you out of like all these stupid um, random switch statements that are just everywhere throughout the code. Like this, for example, right? Like, you shouldn't have to do all of this nonsense just to change a color. So that's pretty good. Next, how long has it been going? So we can go some more. Or should I take like a break here? So the thing is, I can't actually stream like super late today, so I can only stream until like around 3:30. I could take a break now and then come back in like an hour and a half and do another 3 hours. Um, let's like check this now because this might actually be fixed. No, it's not fixed. Wait, this command line color might just be wrong. It's not what I like passed in. Wait, it's just all. Why did it get swapped? Anyways, this is after we're done, so ideally this would just call the get code, but I don't want to do that right now because this is not that's not like really compatible with the hot reloading. Um, yeah, so here we are gonna read in a value RGB. Let's step through that. Oops. Set args this run. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna break in main run. We're gonna skip over all of this. Yeah. So we have a string here that is, oops, what we've just passed in, B584, or B58880FF. And we are going to go through here and we're going to do this. So it's not a digit, it's a letter. It's B. We're going to do this, make sure it's lowercase. Then we're going to do this to get this, and we're going to do this. We're going to make this a hex here. So that's a B. That's correct. So the R value here should be, unless that printed out value was just wrong, which is possible, I guess. I don't know. I mean, that's like correct. So why would that give me the wrong value there? Um, Like, why is it getting swapped is what I'm confused about. Unless I was just displaying the wrong color in hex. Let's try this. Let me just... I'm gonna load this up, and we're gonna go here, and we're gonna set that color. B58A. Yeah, so I think that was just getting read wrong. It was getting output incorrectly. That was not the color that was B5, yeah, so we have B58A80FF. It's just the output's wrong. Let's actually break here. Oh, it's fine. We'll just break here. Make sure this is the one that's going to get output. Do that. So we are in HSV mode. Now have an RGBA. Should be... That doesn't look right. This red is like way more red than that. Wait, no. So 996 is actually 9. No, this is correct. That's correct. I think it's just this packed thing. So if we step in here, oops. We've got all the things in that result. Got 961C40FF. So out 0. out 1, out 2, out 3. So these are all correct. And then we're into pack raylib color. So we have got why would this be wrong then? This has got to be like flipped, right? From what the raylib color should be. I think it's just backwards. No, wait, that's correct. What is going on here? Pretty sure this shouldn't really flip it, but apparently it is. I don't know why GF2 is like lagging everything. I should rebuild it. Link it properly against the proper libraries. Why does this print stuff backwards? Wait, no, it prints out what it's supposed to print out. Hello? When like a hex digits first or something. It doesn't even make any sense. A01C. Yeah. It just outputs the wrong thing if there's like supposed to be a hex digit first. It reads it in fine. What is going on with that output? Well, I think it's like not getting stored in the color in the right format. I'm gonna leave it off on there. I'll fix that after. Fix output hex color when leading alpha is possibly what the problem is, or when or something's getting stored in a state that it's not supposed to be. It seems fine if you like read in this value, right? do nothing. Let's say we like switch it by 1. Still like outputs the correct dealio. So let's do that. 991B3. I don't quite understand where the discretion is. 573B80. 573B80. Okay, I do see. We're in HSV mode. There's something wrong here. Like if we go here now and we do this, it'll be correct. But if we don't do that, if we just stay here and exit, it's wrong. Okay. That's the bug. It's not solved yet, but I can solve that after. So I will be back in like maybe an hour or so. Take a break for now. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope to see you back here later. Otherwise, bye.